Each year, the American Farm Bureau puts out its own Thanksgiving survey to find out what a typical American dinner will cost. This year, Americans might be getting a bit of a break, and Twyla's Neil Melancon is here to talk turkey.
Nothing says Thanksgiving like the meal most Americans have, and in order to have it, we have to have farmers. While traditions can vary, generally it's turkey and some sides. Here in Louisiana, rice dishes such as oyster dressing made with Louisiana rice are part of it for sure. Grocery stores statewide are busy preparing for the meal, and Andy Brown, commodity director for the Louisiana Farm Bureau, says despite some things you might hear, we still have access to the best and most affordable food in the world.
The amount of risk that a farmer has to take, it's not, he or she's not in it because they're getting rich. They're in it because they love it, they love the lifestyle, and they love what they provide, which is national security through food security.
Each year, the American Farm Bureau does its annual survey of specific grocery items that comprise a typical Thanksgiving meal for 10. These items surveyed are the same each year and do not change. As you can see, the price has been on a steady decline since its high in 2022, with the national average at $55.18 for that meal. When we look at specific items, we can see where some of this decline takes place, starting at the big mover, frozen turkey, down almost 16.5% to $21.50 for a 20-pound bird. Other big savings were a dozen dinner rolls, down 14.6% to $3.56. Cube stuffing is also down 9% to $3.71. Other price drops include fresh cranberries, down almost 3% to $2.28 for 12 ounces, frozen pie shells down slightly to $3.37, and miscellaneous ingredients are down almost 5% to $3.61. That said, some items are more expensive this year. Frozen green peas are up 17% to $2.03 per pound. Sweet potatoes were up 37% to $4 for a 3-pound bag. And a veggie tray of carrots and celery is up a whopping 61% to $1.36. In addition, American Farm Bureau has started doing an extended survey with 3 other items, such as boneless ham, russet potatoes, and frozen green beans. As you can see, it's double-digit jumps across the board for these items. In addition, ground beef prices are at all-time highs and expected to climb even higher into next year. One bit of good news, Louisiana was the second cheapest state in the survey, right behind Arkansas. Louisiana's $44.70 for the classic Thanksgiving meal is almost $11 cheaper than the national average. The extended meal saw the same price jumps as national, but it's still cheaper on average than nationwide. One thing to keep in mind, this has been a tough year for the producers who make our food.
Certainly for the farmer, the margin and the return that they're seeing on the grocery store shelves does not come back to the farm level. We're seeing stagnant prices across all of our major commodities, if not decrease in prices across a 50-year average. So meanwhile, their production costs have gone up hundreds of percent depending on the commodity. So it is a challenge for farmers to stay in business.
Regardless of how you choose to celebrate the holiday, just like every day, please thank a farmer if you ate. For This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Neil Melancon.
The full rundown of both state and national numbers, as well as each individual item, can be found on our website at twylatv.org.